Hey Outlaws, welcome back to the channel. We're super happy to see you all still here. I'm Jenny with Digitally Twisted Outlaws. Our video today, we're going to be talking about this Cyberpunk 2077 class action lawsuit. The settlement for this has finally been approved, and it sounds like this is actually something that's been going on for a pretty long time. I got a notification about this on my phone the other day and was like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder what this is all about. As we all know, when Cyberpunk 2077 was first released, it was really, really buggy. I mean, to the point where we can say that the game was virtually broken. And the lawyers actually behind the suit claim that Cyberpunk 2077 was virtually unplayable on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And that because CD Projekt Red withheld this information, that this was really damaging to the company's reputation, and that it had a very negative impact on the stocks. If we go up here, we'll just take a look at this article. So when it first launched, it was in a very bad state. Yeah, actually, when Dave got this game when it first came out, but then even though I kept being like, hey, let's play Cyberpunk, he was like, no, there's so many bugs, we have to wait for there to be some patches. And we didn't actually even start playing it until this last year, after it had already been out for a couple years. Now it's better. There's still some bugs, some glitches. We actually went through a whole storyline where every time they tried to pull out their weapons, there was no weapons in their hands. So they were just like running around with like empty hands, like shooting at people. It was kind of a funny glitch, but it does break the gameplay immersion. So a proposed settlement has finally been approved by a federal judge in California Central District. So the settlement reached will see CDPR pay out 1.85 million USD dollars, or roughly 0.49, so 49 cents, an eligible share. The whole idea behind this, like I said, is that because the game was so bad when it came out and unplayable, Cyberpunk actually ended up having to remove it for sale from their PlayStation store, and that this caused damage to CDPR's reputation and therefore also the share price. So a settlement was tentatively agreed to and announced back in December, and that was pending court approval, and now that approval has finally been given. So that's really cool. So actually, if you had any stocks in CDPR during 2020, you might be in actually for a pretty good payout, depending on how much stocks you had, at like, you know, roughly 49 cents an eligible share. Depending on your shares, that could really add up. So in order to be eligible for compensation, investors will need to have purchased the CDPR stock between January 16th, 2020 and December 17th, 2020, which actually, if I remember correctly, this year, oh my gosh, 2020 obviously was a really crazy year. GameStop stocks blew up and all of that craziness that followed. So I'm assuming that actually probably a lot of you might have shares in CDPR, in which case that's awesome. So the judge's ruling, which you can actually see as a PDF in this news article, it outlines how eligible shareholders will be notified, and it sets several deadlines for wrapping up the case, with final approval to be given on June 1st, 2023. So in a couple months, this news article is from rockpapershotgun.com. Actually, if you just type in Cyberpunk 2077 lawsuit, you're definitely going to find it. And if you had any stocks during that time period, I would definitely recommend checking it out so that you can make sure that you get that money that's owed to you. So in the years since its release, Cyberpunk 2077 has been patched several times on all platforms, including PC, and it does run much better now. Still a little bit of bugs, but it's a very ambitious game, a very huge world, and just like, oh my gosh, the visuals are amazing. And it's also received a second surge of players due to the popularity of the Edge Runners anime, which also was awesome. And if you check out other places on this channel, we have a few reviews talking about Edge Runners. If you haven't seen it, 100% recommend. And we have a cool AMV that we've done also off of the really popular song off of Edge Runners. So that's really cool. So later this year, Cyberpunk is also gonna release its first major expansion, Phantom Liberty, and we're definitely looking forward to that and checking that out. Let me know what you guys think about this. Again, super happy that you're here with us still. I hope you all stick around and just follow us on this journey. Also, make sure you subscribe to our other Digitally Twisted Outlaws journey for all of the awesome sword content. And we look forward to seeing you all later. Bye!